This is Malcolm McDowell. You're watching Godlike Statues. So, from me to you, stay godlike.
Hi, I'm David Finch. Welcome to Godlike Statues. Stay godlike.
Good evening, everyone. It is the end of the weekend. It is godlike, but it is the end, and all good things must come to an end as we will start the work week tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. So it's great to see everybody here coming in. It's been a pretty productive weekend. I've been getting things together and the final stages for my Monger case to get ready for these extremely heavy pieces coming in. And then also investigating this new RGB lighting coming from Monger case that they sent to me that we're going to be trying out and doing reviews. I promise reviews are coming for RDJ and also for the Monger cases. So Brian Wong will be joining us as well, which will be amazing. And so I'm really looking forward to that. And we're going to go down the panel, and I'm going to have a question for everyone. But the question will just be, what piece that got away from you statue wise and these past few years, and what piece do you maybe want to think about maybe getting this year or into next year? So Noah, how are you, man? Great to see you. Thanks for being here this evening.
Doing good, man. Yeah, I also had a pretty productive weekend. Got a lot of errands done and a lot of yard work and things like that. So feeling pretty good, and it's nice to just sit down and hang out for a little bit just to finish everything out. So yeah, doing good, man.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for being here. Marcos, how you doing, man? Great to see you.
Doing good, man. Did absolutely nothing this weekend. That was awesome. So, because I've had 3 busy work weeks, so I was like, I'm doing nothing, and I did nothing. So, but I was on Will's show last night on ASV Collectibles. That was a good time. Okay. He wasn't on there, but it was a good time, man. So, yeah.
Okay, very good. Mr. Kiefer, good evening, sir. How are you?
Doing well. It's always a nice way to wrap up the week.
Yep.
Sitting here with all my friends, and I don't know what the hell did I do this weekend. It's just a blur. I've been working on my trophy wall.
Man, Alan, you've been teasing that, and I really want to see that. So I can't wait till you have it finished.
That's pretty much. I got all the metal work back from the fabricator, so now it's a matter of putting things together and a lot of paint work.
Wow.
To get it to match the statue. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Wait, anyway, Alan, are you painting these yourself?
Yeah, the trophy wall and all the shelves that are. Yeah, I'm full painting it to match the base on the piece.
Now I really want to see this. Thanks a lot, Alan. All right. I really want to see this now. Let me address the chat. And guys, think about maybe one piece that got away from you, okay? So my man, Rock and Roll, good to see you, JWR. Great to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Virgin Prime, good to see you. Mr. Kennedy, what's going on? Great to see you. Thanks for being here. My man, Terry, always has my back, man. Great to see you, Terry. Thank you very much. Dinesh, great to see you. The famous artist herself, Kenzie, thank you for stopping by. If you have not, make sure you follow her and check out her amazing artwork. And speaking of artists, Mr. Battlecat78, great to see you, sir. It was great speaking with you this weekend, and I look forward to posting some of your work this weekend or next week, actually, because he is an incredible artist, and you'll get to see some of that next week. He was kind enough to share that with me this week, so thank you for that. Rick, great to see you, man. Thanks for being here. And the man that needs no introduction, that has a godlike collection, Mr. Popo. Great to see you, man. Great to see everybody coming in. Man, we have a lot of people still coming in. Oh yeah, you can't have a show unless Mr. Martinez is here. So great to see you, Aiden. I'm going to kick it off. So there was a company, a few years back named Matrix that did a Queen Alien statue. Mr. X just did a review on it recently. And if you don't know how big that thing is, it's just crazy big. But it also goes for crazy money. So I kind of pushed it back some. It would literally take up probably that whole case up there, one of the whole cases. So I ended up pushing it back. But how awesome would it be to have that next to the 1/4 Ripley by Prime One? I think that would look amazing. But yeah, I mean, that's something that one that got away from me that I'm still thinking about to where I can put it. What can I do? But it's big, and that's probably one of the reasons I have not picked that up yet. Marcos, what about you, man? Is there one that got away from you?
I'm thinking because like you threw it on me last second.
I know.
No, it's all good. There's a piece I've been looking at, and it's like long sold out. It's the company ECC. You guys know that company?
Mhm.
Yep.
And I always told myself if I do get into another big line, it would be 1/3 horror movie statues. And the one I always look at is that ECC It statue, the Pennywise one. It's so
Oh,
good,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
I love
sounds
it.
good.
I love it, man. And I wasn't collecting at the time when it came out, so it's not like I missed out, because I
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah. So that I guess off the top of my head, that one. And then anime wise, I guess you could say the Kuzan Jime Palace. That's like one of their first pieces. And that thing, like I think it was like 1,500, not even like 1,200 when it came out.
Yeah.
Not even that too. But now it's like if someone sells it, it's like $4,000. So, and then that ACC one, like, the resale on that one, it's just ridiculous as well. But they're great pieces. That's why I get it, So
Well, you might as well get a
Yeah.
Terminator bus if you're gonna spend $4,000, man. I mean,
I know.
might as well.
I guess off the top of my head, those two. There probably is more. I just can't think of right now. But
Yeah,
those
yeah.
two off the top of my head, I can think of that I wish I had in my collection. So
Oh well, I mean, hey, let me address this real quick. Kinsey, I hope you feel better. That's never good to not to. Oh well, it's never good to be sick. So get better soon, okay? Great. I'm glad you're here. E-Man, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Mr. Kiefer, what's one piece that got away from you that you're thinking of that you may want to pick up later, or is there one? Jimmy, I have them all. What do you need?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of one that got away. The only one that comes to mind immediately is the piece you have behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, that Robert Downey Jr. bust. I had a chance to PO that, and I was a little skittish because I didn't think it was real, and so I didn't do it.
non-believer.
Yeah, I was a non-believer, and you made me a believer.
No, it's too late. You're a
Yeah.
sinner
No.
now.
No,
You're
I
a
can't.
sinner
Yeah,
now.
I couldn't afford it right now. The price has escalated on that piece.
Yeah, it's gone up to the roof.
So yeah, congrats to you, Jimmy. You had the
Thanks.
you had the foresight to take that leap of faith and do it.
Either that or it's a session, one or the other with Iron Man. You have to one or the other. So I do recall that day. I do recall that going down, and I also recall going into that group with my name already on the board. So a lot of collectors spoke up for me, and I understand why people thought that it was not real. For one, we don't even know who this person is. Second of all, the applications they used to kind of mask some of the people getting it all together, where it made it look like it was kind of photoshopped, but they didn't mean to do that. It just kind of appeared that way. And with that being said, people were like, how much? No, I'm not doing that. So, but I was just like, oh yeah, what's the worst that can happen? Here you go. Bam. So I was like, and sure enough, I mean, Hannah came through and she took care of everybody, and she did an amazing job getting this commission for all of us. And I was lucky enough to get on the early bird price, and super happy about it. So okay, Noah, what do you got, man? What's one that got away from you?
I would say, well, I've got 5, but the first 2 would be probably the Berserker Armor 3rd scale from Prime 1. That was a great piece. I sort of wish I jumped on that. Also, back in the day, the Skull Knight on Horse quarter scale, I remember when that was in stock and available. That was like right when I first got into collecting. I was like $2,800. I was like, no way, that's crazy. But yeah, nowadays that's nothing. But and then just a few that are still available, but ones that I just don't know if I'll ever be able to get. The Alita Motorball movie version, I've been thinking about that one a lot. The Batman vs. Joker 1/3 diorama, I love that, but I just don't know if I'd ever be able to make room for it. And then I also really like the Punchline 1/3 too. That's another one I've always wanted to get. So
That's some great picks.
Noah, I can tell you firsthand, you will not be disappointed if you get that Alita motor ball.
Yeah.
No,
it's had some really good sales. I know I need to jump on it, but
it really is. It really is a nice piece, and the light up and the whole thing. Yeah. But you have to get the EX. You got to get the exclusive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely worth the money.
I mean, it's funny because me and Alan were just talking about earlier today about the Skull Mountain horse and just how big it is and how amazing it is. I had a chance to buy it. I didn't buy it. It probably would have changed my whole collection if I did. I was saying you probably would have had a different direction too, because that's not a piece you sell. It's one of them you get in, you're like, man, this is big and it's awesome. So I'm gonna kind of work around it. But let me tell you, coming from experience and having the 1/3 guts from Prime One, that piece is probably the most epic Berserk piece I've ever seen, and it just didn't go with anything in here. So I had to let it go, and I sold it for a great price. So it was when the market was, it was at its peak. That's when I let it go. So, but the problem with it is it's just so big.
Yeah,
it's so big. On that pedestal, I think it stood almost 50 inches on the pedestal tall.
Man,
so
that's crazy.
Yeah. I think I think it's time for Spoon to go. I had to figure it out and start thinking of other things. So, but yeah, great pieces. And Noah, what do you got for us this evening? There's still stuff happening that we didn't go over on Friday. So, what do you got for us this evening?
Yeah, well, I had just a couple of collection updates. So, let's see. So, the Friday show, I had mentioned that I had canceled Batgirl and I had ordered those Alita pieces.
Oh yeah.
So and so I was okay with that decision. Then I've been kind of seeing everybody's unboxings and pictures and things like that, and so I just was kind of sitting here thinking to myself, what would Alan Kiefer do? So. So I just bought both. So I have Batgirl ordered, and she should be here on Wednesday. So we'll have live unboxing on Wednesday. So
you ordered it, so it's coming.
I did.
Okay,
yep, it's coming in. Yep.
Oh, congrats! Good.
And just so you know, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I mean, just so you know, if you collect in that manner of saying, what would Alan Kiefer do? You're going to go broke real fast. Just so you're
yeah. But I just, it was just too painful to wait on that one. So it just looks so good. And I thought about putting it on layaway for a couple more months or something like that. But I was like, nah, I'm just going to jump on it and get it here. And and so I'm glad I made that decision. I'm basically going to put her on I have my pedestal I used to have for the Witch King over here. I'm just going to put her there. I have a plug right below so I can plug her in. But if I need more space, I'm just going to do what Casual suggested. I'll just put her next to the Tusk Alien. So
yeah,
kind of cool. So
there you go.
And then today I also ended up selling the Witch King half scale. So
nice, finally.
Yeah, thank God. So I love that piece, but half scales just aren't for me, and I'm really happy to be able to move that one and get it out of here. So I'll have it shipped out first thing tomorrow.
You finally sold it. Awesome.
Yeah.
You sold that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, it took a little hit on it, but man,
that's okay.
I just those 3 giant boxes, I just didn't want to have taken up space anymore. So it's still I still think it's an incredible statue, but it just half scale is just not for me. It's just too big. I just can't really go any bigger than 1/3 or 1-to-1. Just that half scale is just I don't know. It's tough.
It's a weird scale. It's very.
It is. So
half scales are definitely it's more of a niche, and it makes sense for me when I have them next to these bigger pieces. But when someone only has one of them or they're in the corner, it looks kind of off. It does. But they're going to go into my new home. But I did want to address this real quick. So I had the privilege of seeing Battle Cat's collection yesterday, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because I know he was kind enough to share with me. But let me just tell you all here, we all need to step it up just a little bit. We all need to step it up just a little bit. He has an incredible collection that he was kind enough to share with me. Nice. And it looks like something that when I want to do in my new home that I've been talking about, for a while now. But amazing. Again, Battlecat, thank you for sharing that with me. and it's just an amazing experience to not. I think I mean, talking with you and meeting you, that was the privilege, sir. So thank you for spending time with me. Your collection was second, but that was awesome to meet you and spend time with you. It was amazing. Yeah, one amazing collection. So Noah, go on. What is? Yeah, sorry.
That's about it from a personal collection standpoint. Otherwise, I did have some in-hand pictures that I saw today for a piece that I canceled, but may end up buying later on. This one I'm definitely not in a big hurry to get though. But let me pull it up here.
A man casual on, man. Good dude, man. He's a good
There we
dude.
go. So Chinese collectors. Yeah, a couple of them are getting the Harley Who Laughs in, and his pictures look incredible.
I love that piece.
So good.
Yeah.
Okay, Noah. So let me ask you this: what would Alan Kiefer do here?
Yeah, I know. God. Yeah. We'll see. I physically don't have room for this one really anywhere, but I still think it looks really good. And I was only interested in the collector's edition of this, so I feel like that one will be a little bit easier for me to find. The DX is just not really for me.
Look at
Dude,
Just-
it looks so good next to Joker Who Laughs.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, this is an amazing piece. I just honestly the assembly scares me a little bit. I mean, that's right there. That's that's a lot of pieces, but
I heard it's
looks
one box
really
though,
good.
right? One box.
Yeah, I think so.
I heard
Yeah,
people said,
Mhm. Yeah, probably just multi-layered. Yeah, but
yeah, dude. This piece I had on pre-order too. I canceled it. I just after I got Say Cheese, I'm like 1/3 villains and just I'm doing 1/4 villains, so it just looks so off. I'm like, I can't do this. Like I just can't. So,
Yeah, I get
but
that.
dude, this is easily, in my opinion, the best Harley that's ever been made. I know
I
it's not
agree.
like super comic accurate. I know there's a comic page of it or whatever, but easily the best Harley.
Yeah,
So,
it's
I
amazing.
agree.
I really love this piece, man, and Noah, I think you'll be happy if you got it, but I'll just tell you, I'll be the responsible one. So if you don't have the room and you need those funds for other pieces you have coming in, that's what I would do. But it's really hard to deny this. I love the hyenas with her. That's really
Bud and Lou, yeah,
it looks super cool.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It always happens to me on Sundays when I wake up. You know what? I need to get this. I need to buy this.
Yeah.
It always happens to me in the morning. I need to buy this.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
great piece, man.
I just absolutely love this piece. I think it's the best Harley that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have the Joker or the Batman Who Laughs.
Yep.
I had the exclusive version of that. And then I decided to get out of comic pieces. And I sold it off. And then 2 months later, they showed this. And I've been kind of kicking myself in the butt ever since, because I would have kept the the Batman Who Laughs and picked this up and found a corner for it somewhere. But
oh no, Kenzie's going down the dark hole.
Yeah, I used to have the Grim Knight piece too. That would have gone pretty well with this too. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think she would display with the Tech 1000?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like she might stand out a bit just because she's so like hyper detailed compared to that one. So I'm not sure. And
this one's just so different. It just
it is. Yeah,
and it's awesome, but unless you're doing that whole line, like the Dark Metals line, or whatever it's called. It doesn't fit with anything else. Like it just doesn't. I think that's the issue with it. But I think it looks, like I said, we said it enough. I just think it looks amazing. So it just kind of, like Noah says, it kind of sticks out. It's bright colored. She's pale white, obviously. Has blood on some of the weapons. You know, it's very dark and metally. I just don't think this could be a standalone piece unless you just have it in a corner, you know, by itself. But I don't think you can put it next to other 1/3s really that are in the line. In my opinion, obviously, but if you're doing it, you're just still gonna get a good fucking piece. So it's like,
for sure,
yeah.
Either that or get it now while it's still available, and then later down the road, keep your eyeballs peeled for a Batman Who Laughs to pair up with it.
Yeah, because I originally was going to pair this with the Batman versus Joker Dragon, but like I said, I've been kind of slimming down a bit on my Batman pieces. I mean, I still have probably like 4 or something back here, but Yeah, I just had too many, and that was one I'm selling as well. So that was going to pair with this. So it's like that kind of gets rid of that. And honestly, I just need to stick to my overall vision, because I think once I've got everything kind of complete the way I want it, I'm going to try and keep it that way for a little bit longer. I still got my eye on the Last of Us diorama and the Resident Evil 4 diorama, even though that's a little ways out.
That's true.
And that would kind of, and then once those 2 Alita pieces come in, that'll pretty much complete things for me. And then in Batgirl, I've been wanting Batgirl forever. So like I said, I'll start with putting her on a pedestal, but I can always find a way to squeeze her in back there. But she was also a part of kind of my long-term plan. So,
well, if you don't get this one, can I talk you into the Alita, the Alita movie piece? Doesn't someone have that exclusive on sale right now?
I think Todd had it on Spec Fiction.
He did
for sale, a part of it, but I haven't looked to see if it's still available.
Dude,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I think I've been able to get that for about $1,400 or maybe a little bit less after all the sales.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good price.
Which I know it normally, like if I were to buy it from Big Bad Toy Store, for example, they have it like $1,850 shipped plus tax, and it's like it'd be like $2,000. So that's a really good price. But yeah, I don't know. I just basically where Alita would have to go would be where I have my 2 Berserk pieces down here, which, like I said, that I was hoping to do The Last of Us and Resident Evil down there. So it's just tough, man. You can't have everything, but
no, you can't have everything.
I would love to see that Motorball piece in person. That would probably put me over the edge, but otherwise I
have
I don't know.
Video of it.
Yeah, there's a short that I sent Jimmy on that.
I got a 4K video of it. You need to watch
that was a good one too. Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's just I just can't have it all, man. It's tough.
So Noah, if you did buy that Resident Evil piece, are you going with both of them to make them like the diorama, like Chris and the chainsaw guy together, or how would you get it?
Oh, you mean Leon?
Leon.
Yeah. No, I would definitely get the chainsaw version. Yeah, because I think that matches with the Last of Us style really well. So and the chainsaw guy is the highlight of that statue. I mean, if without him, it's just it's just not quite the same. So
I hear that the new Resident Evil game is they're gonna announce it pretty soon here.
Oh, cool, nice.
So,
I'm still getting through 4 right now, so it's been kind of fun. So trying to finish up Village, and then I just started Resident Evil Biohazard. So a lot of Resident Evil lately. So
those games are terrifying. So it's great to.
They are, they're stressful, but I love those games. Yeah.
Great to see you, man. Thanks for being here.
Oh, cool, Guyver. Hell yeah, nice.
Yeah, everyone's just coming in, so it's great to see everybody here. Noah, I mean, you got some decisions to make, right? It sounds like to me.
Yeah, always. Yeah. But I bought and sold so many pieces over the years, but it's hard trying to pick your favorites and basically just keep my space kind of contained. So like I said, I used to have like twice as much as I have now in this room. And so just trying to keep it contained to like a back wall and a pedestal can be tough sometimes. A lot of hard decisions. Yeah.
It can
but overall, I like how my space feels now. It's just a little more open and airy. So it just makes it easier for me to, not feel overwhelmed by stuff. So
there's just so many statues. You just never know, like another piece is going to come out or you see one. So I try before I make a purchase. I go back and look at what I have coming, things that are out. Do I want these more? Do I want this? Before I make a choice, because I have a ton of pre-orders, so I need to like chill out. Like
for sure. Yeah, and even with me with like basically no space anymore, I think I had a list of like 8 or 9 pieces from the Prime 1 showcase that I was interested in. So it's like it's like God, and of course they're all a year and a half out, but it's like, man, how am I gonna try and make these work with what I have, or do I have to just pass them? Yeah.
That's why I went big with my module case, because I knew that I was going to want more, and having to figure out where they would go and everything else. That's why I went with a big case. So, I mean, I'm still going to be investigating like, the new Aliens pieces from Prime 1, what they're going to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Because I know they're going to have some great stuff. So, but
I want the Scorched Alien. That's one I think I'll definitely get.
Scorched one's awesome. So,
it looks great.
I think they're going to announce more too. So, I mean, it's hard because you just don't know which one to pick. But great piece, man. Let me bring this up here real quick because speaking of pre-orders, this guy here was I was I got up I think it was Saturday morning, and they announced finally the Iron Monger was coming out.
Oh,
Pre-order was starting, I should say. And when this is a little bit of a backstory, I kept bugging the commissioner about doing an Iron Monger and how amazing it would be and how big they should make it. And they took all my recommendations, and finally I bugged them to death. And finally now this is happening. So this is the Iron Monger. This is a fan art piece, but man, when they announced this was coming, I was super excited. You can see how big this statue is. It's big. So I was talking with Alan today about having the Hulkbuster and then Iron Monger and then having the RDJ with some pieces on a Monger case. So these would be on pedestals, and then the RDJ would be on this side. And a new Monger case with a few other Iron Man pieces. I think that would look really good.
Yep.
And that would finish it off. There'd be no more room for Iron Man in here. That would be it. And that'd be it. And I've already got in my opinion, one of the pieces to have for Iron Man. So I'll be looking. This is coming home. Like this was coming. I ordered it, so it's coming home. And thank you. One of my favorite villains of all times is the Iron Monger. I think Marco said it best because I've been complaining about it. If they only had a Jeff Bridges portrait on here,
Yeah,
I think that would make it go over the top, man. Because I've been wanting this character for a long time to be done, and finally it's happening.
Reminds me of the Iron Giant.
Kind of does.
Yeah, beefy Iron Giant. Yeah, that's cool.
It kind of does. But I was looking at this and I was like, man, you just got to be able to nail the arc reactor. You got to be able to nail just a few things on here, and they certainly did. The paint job looks awesome. The weathering looks amazing. The turrets, he's got the rocket pods on there, another rocket pod on there on top. But this right here is what really did it for me when I saw it, the way it was done. If you notice it, I don't know if you guys know, but it's very close to Tony Stark's first arc reactor.
Yep.
And if you look at Queen Studios Mark I very closely, it looks very, very close to this. So if you recall in the movie, they were getting things together, and he was trying to take Tony Stark's, engineering and get it all together into the Iron Monger, and this is what they came up with. They did a great job with this, and this is what really sold it for me. Believe it or not, this was the part that I said, "Oh my God, I gotta have that." So, yeah, great piece coming home, and looking forward to getting this one in. But man, look at that weathering.
I love the paint, man. That's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got hydraulic there. This is over 200 pieces, which I'm not looking forward to.
Is that for assembly, or were they just showing the amount of components that it's made up of?
Let's hope it's not assembly. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I did post a Photoshop of what I wanted to do and put Mark III here, right in the middle here. If he couldn't go there in the middle, I'd put him right in front of it. I think it would look great to have Mark III there by Queen. It's got to be Mark III though, man. It's got to be, because that was the battle of Mark III versus the Ironmonger. So that should be good. Mr. Kiefer, what do you think? It's on order. It's coming.
I'm glad I don't collect Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because I'd be out of space and money real fast. No, I really like this.
Yeah.
They did an outstanding job with this. And I'm assuming the reactor and the eyes light up.
It does.
Okay. Yeah, you can't go wrong, unless, one of the major companies comes out with one, and that one might include a portrait. That would be the only downside, but you can't hope, for that to happen, because it might not. So grab this one. You'll be very happy with it.
Yeah, this is this was an instant buy. I literally did not wait. I had to have it. Marcos, do you like it, man? It's coming home.
Yeah, man. I think
I'll just reiterate what everybody said here. It's a great piece, man. Like I said in our group chat, just wish it had a Jeff Bridges portrait, and they can get away with it, obviously, because it's custom group, so they could have done it. But that's the only flaw I say I have with it. It doesn't have that, but everything else looks amazing. We talked about it. It's hard to do sometimes, just plain old silver metal on the. It can get a little boring sometimes, but they added a lot of detail, and it looks like weathered, and stuff like that. Like the paint job looks really well done. But yeah, man, looks great. I'm happy you're getting it. But you can't back out, though. You can't back out.
No one's backing out on an Iron Man piece.
Back out, you got to watch John Wick. All right.
I can't back out on an Iron Man piece. But when you're looking at this statue, first of all, you got to have room to display it, right? I mean, you just do. But it's very massive, but it really screams the story of the movie, which I really love a lot. One thing else that I know about this group, Marcos, is that when it comes to paint jobs, they don't miss. They do a great job with paint, a great job. So, I'm just so happy that it turned out this way. And thank you for listening to me, because I bugged the hell out of them until they did it. So I'm glad they did. So, Noah, what do you think, man? It's coming home.
It looks awesome, man. Like I said, the paint on this really stands out, and if they didn't do the paint properly, it would have really affected the statue, I think. And yeah, man, it looks huge. I love the road. I love like the road lines coming through on the broken like rubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love it. It's awesome. I think I missed it. What was the price on this?
Believe it or not, it was $1,000.
Okay.
Wow.
1,000. Yep. Yeah, they're always very reasonable. And they always do a great job with these statues. And this particular group is known for doing add-ons. So that, like, let's just say you own Prime One's Dark Knight 3. They just recently made another portrait for it of an old man without the cowl on. It looks amazing. Cool. They have amazing sculptors. They do an amazing job. They have amazing boxes. Like when you receive yours, it's not in a cardboard box. It's like a lot of art detail. They go above and beyond to make sure that the piece that you're getting, it's an additional add-on to your statue, which I really appreciate.
Cool.
Just a great piece. Yeah, Iron Monger coming in 2025 Q3. So we'll do a live unboxing. We'll see. We'll see because it looks like it's going to be huge. So we may not do that. But okay, Marcos. Ann sent this out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ann sent this out. So no more like teasers. This is it.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
I love it.
So yeah, thank you, Kinsey. Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Brian in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna come casual, but I still want it. I still want it. We have to figure it out. But okay, so listen. So Ann released this PCS, silicone portrait, the hyper-realism line from Star Wars. I mean, Marcus, I'll let you talk. Tell me, what do you think?
Oh, dude, I love it, man. I love the mixed media on it. It doesn't look like fake or anything. I like that you can take off the cloak and you can put it on if you want. The eyes really stand out in this. I don't know if they're glass eyes or not, but if they're not, they're still well done. I like when if you can like go in on the horns, like right at the base of the horns, they look really detailed, like the paint job they do. But yeah, I'm just happy I don't have to really put any money on it until because I already have a payment plan going on with the other one on his site, so I just got to transfer over I get to transfer over like $800 to this piece. I don't know what the price point's gonna be, but at least I have $800 going on to it. So like not that it hurt me at all. So, but my whole thing, I think I talked about it last Friday. I just don't know how great of a business strategy it is to do that. To have two pieces of the same scale, same character, within the same year. I'm glad they're doing it, like for me, because I'm selfish. But it looks great, man. Like honestly, it looks really good. I'm glad they're. The base, they're pretty similar. So even if you get both, like it matches, you have two malls and one's a little bit more dynamic than this one. We'll see though, man. We'll see. I think I hope we can take the sabers out too, like the light, just have the hilt only. That'd be a cool little swap out if you can do that. But man, it looks good. I like it a lot. So, and them doing great work on Star Wars. I'm glad people are getting the Star Wars line and not just Sideshow. So,
yeah. And Marcos, do you think it'd be it would have been a better idea to launch this side by side? You can go silicone, or you can get silicone, or just sculpted. You can go either way.
I think it's better to do that, but at the same time, I still think that hurts the overall factor on both pieces. Because people are going to pick and choose at that point. Rather than just pick one. But like I said, he knows way more about his own business than me, so I can't really complain. But I don't know, man. I think for collectors, I think we would have been a little happier because, like, say you did like order off Sideshow or like Spec Fiction, like you can't transfer over that money. Luckily, I did it with him on PCS, so I'm fine, I guess. But like, if I didn't do that, I would have been pretty upset if I went with someone else. I mean, I can't transfer the funds.
The way I look at it, Marcos, is this way. Like when I bought Anakin Skywalker from Blitzway, there was a rooted hair version, and there was a sculpted version. So I could choose which one I would want, and of course I went with the hyper real one. But I think that's what they should have did here.
But the thing is, like, the difference is like that those are the same piece, just different portrait with the hair. Like the two malls are completely different. Yeah. So like,
they're not
two
the
different
same
statues. He did it with the blade piece as well. He had the museum one and then the dynamic one. Both of them look good. So it's a business strategy he's doing. Like I said, I don't know how much if it's helping or hurting. So I don't know, but like common, marketing and business strategies, they usually don't do that. I would say is like come out different pieces of the same character and the same scale within the same year.
Right.
Like maybe, it is a little weird business strategy. But like I said, he knows more about his business than me. But if I was a collector, like I was saying, like if I order a Sideshow or something, I would be a little upset if I can't transfer over my funds to that piece. I would have to just cancel and then order this one. So.
And Marcos, when I think back about this, when this first came out, the original one, what's throwing me off is it has the same base. Is that right?
So it looks similar.
It's similar. Okay.
So the other one has like a gold lighting. This one it looked like a silver lighting. It looked like on this one, and it's different scenes in at least the Phantom Menace one. So they are completely different pieces, not just the portrait. So that's the thing. They're completely different pieces, just same character. And one's the hyper real one museum, and the other one's like a more dynamic, piece. So
I remember it. I remember it now more thinking back about it, but I remember the bases were very similar. I thought they were the exact same one. So I think they still should have launched them at the same time, and then you can choose which one you would want. Do you want more hyper real, or do you want more hyper real museum, or more dynamic that was sculpted? So you can choose which one you would rather have. So I think that would be probably a really good option. I think that's what I would have done. Mr. Kiefer, here's the final reveal. What do you think?
Man, I love it.
Yeah?
I'm kind of sorry that I don't collect Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
I think this is the best mall. I think this is way superior pose-wise and everything to the first one that they showed.
Yeah.
I was not a big fan on the pose of the other one, but this one, man, I love everything about it. The pose is great. I love the way they've done the fabric on this. You can put the hood up, the hood down. I think this has got glass eyes, and it's third scale. And man, I may just grab this one just to have it. I just have a feeling that this is one of those pieces that once it gets away from you, you're going to have a tough time finding it because people they're not going to part with it once it's in their collection. Of course, depending on the edition size. Now we don't know what it is yet. So,
and he usually has lower edition sizes. Usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All his pieces do.
Well, I think this one's going to fly out the door.
Yeah, and also someone commented, I forgot who it was, said he would prefer this one sculpted. The portrait, there is a sculpted portrait with this too, not just silicone. So, so whoever said that in the comments, So if you want to get this piece and just have to sculpt it, I don't know how he's going to do it, but he did say there will be a sculpted portrait of this, not that is not silicone as well. So giving you options.
Man, Noah, what do you think, Noah?
Yeah, I think it looks great. I mean, I think the release schedule on these is a little weird, but I mean, more options are never bad, I guess.
Yeah.
But the head looks incredible. The eyes look great. The removable cloak is really nice. Yeah, I do like the pose. I love the lightsaber mark on the base. I think that's awesome. I do wish they would have maybe made the base on this one a little bit different. Or maybe I guess the first one made that one a little more of an environmental base or something.
Yep.
Compared to like a storytelling. So that's really my only thing. So
that's a good point.
I mean, I just think if you're doing like we'll just call it a variant, I guess. I like the idea of having two pieces that would be completely different. He could have like a Tatooine base or something like that, or maybe one of the other places that he's been. And then they could do for the museum one, they could do that one with like the windows where you're looking into the scenes like they have. So but it looks awesome. I love Darth Maul. I just don't really collect Star Wars, so I'll be passing on this, but definitely excited for everybody who's interested in this because it doesn't get any better than this. So
it just doesn't. It just doesn't. So I think PCS can work a little bit on their likeness. This one here is a home run. Like they have really nailed it. Like I thought, in the past there were some pieces that that need some tweaking, some work, and I think that this piece here, their hyper real, is just above amazing, and it's 1/3 Marco. So you're going to get a masterpiece here. So I can't wait to see this in your collection. It's going to be
like all my movie pieces I'm getting, it's 1/3 only. So that's perfect for me. So like I made that rule for myself, 1/3 only. For movie pieces, and it's perfect. It's my favorite Sith, my favorite Star Wars character, honestly, him and Obi-Wan. So they're the rivals. Like I hope he does Obi-Wan soon in hyper real maybe, or just a straight up dynamic one. That'd be awesome, man. Like I can't believe he has. And I know he's coming out with Palpatine soon, like 1/3 on Throne. So
is that hyper real also? Is that the hyper real?
He just on he comes out with like a month, like a quarterly little list of what's coming out.
That's right.
It said Palpatine 1/3 Throne. I remember it said that. Yeah,
man. Silicone Palpatine would be cool.
Yeah,
it would right after his fight with Mace Windu. Like that would be creepy.
That or just like obviously
yellow eyes and the wrinkly skin and everything. Like that'd be sick.
Or like obviously like Return of the Jedi. Like, good. Like, do it.
Yeah, what a great piece. I think who ends up picking this up, congratulations, Marco. I think you have just a treasure here. I think this is going to be.
I got lucky, man. I got lucky with the deposit. I would have been mad, but I still would have transferred it. But I would have been mad though. But I'm not mad anymore about it.
Yeah, so. Good on him for doing that. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I know about Ant is that he does his best to take care of collectors. Like he does his best. So I mean, he saved PCS. I mean, I knew he would do the right thing. So it's good. Really great piece coming up, and just amazing to see that piece coming through. And finally, now people that are wanting silicone from PCS, you're going to be able to have your chance. They did post this recently because Superkraft's Batman has sold out officially in 2 days. Wow. This piece is gone. So they're going to be putting the Lore Edition randomly through collectors. So someone's going to get this piece here. It's got a lot of great attributes to it, but it looks amazing. And what would Alan Kiefer do here? Alan Kiefer would win this, and he would buy another one just to have the other version of it.
All I can say is it's a good thing that Alan doesn't do comic-based characters. I probably would have gone for this. I really like the concept.
Yeah, me too. This is a great statue, and congratulations to Superkraft for selling out on their second piece. It literally lasted less than 2 days. I knew this was something special when I saw it, and it kind of reminds me of diorama from like Hulk Transformation. But to be fair, a lot of their art direction comes. They work for XM, so they have a really good, in my opinion, they have a good art direction. They have great sculptors, and I'm glad it's sold out.
They may have siphoned all the good ones out, like, hey, come over here.
Yeah,
that's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm not joking. It's probably
what? It could be. It could be.
I will say this about XN. They have still some good pieces that hopefully comes out to people who pre-order them. But some of their concepts lately have been pretty bland, I think. I'm like, So, like, maybe they did lose some sculptors that they had in their company and stuff. So, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, when you think about Superkraft, they brought a team together to make a new company to put out, these, they have a DC license. Of course, they have Transformers license. But when you look at these pieces and you reflect back what they've done with just 2, they've already sold out 1. And Transformers is doing well for them when last time I talked with them. So I am looking forward to see what they do in the future. I really am. They've got a great vision. And I think that in these next couple of years, you're going to see some more incredible statues from them. Marcus, what do you want to see them do next? I mean, they got DC license, man.
Well, it's after Batman. We all know it's after Batman.
Yeah, I know.
Joker. Yeah. Exactly. We all know that it's gonna come out. I would love to see what they do with it. Like maybe the same concept, like maybe the Red Hood mask when Joker before he goes into the pit of
that'd be cool.
acid. Like the Joker, like Red Hood mask with the on his knees and then Joker right behind him.
Let's get them on.
Yeah,
let's get them on right now.
Exactly. So like I know Joker's next, and then after that probably Harley, and then after that probably Catwoman. So we all get it. We all know the strategy with companies with DC, and then maybe we get a Superman, Wonder Woman after that. But I would be excited to see what they do on a Joker piece. So
would you be surprised if their next piece was like Clayface?
Oh, I'd be completely shocked. Yeah. Like, dude, if they did like some crazy person like Mad Hatter or something, like, okay.
Yeah,
you got my money probably right there. So
yeah.
But we all know, like, especially startup companies, they're gonna have to go after the big characters, of course. So that's the thing.
Yeah, Martin did. Yeah, he's Casual's right. Martin did work for XM, and Martin is responsible for doing the White Knight, and he helped direct that, man. Mm-hmm. So I mean, great piece. So Alan, any piece you want to see from them next?
Man, we were just thinking about. I was looking at this piece and thinking about, okay, what if they did another Origins story, and perhaps it was like baby Kal-El in the spacecraft, and with Superman standing behind. So
that'd be cool, yeah. Or like maybe Mom and Pa Kent like holding him outside of the little spacecraft too. That'd be cool. That's three. That's 3 characters. The 4 characters though, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think the spacecraft with the infant, sitting in there, and with Superman behind, just an idea that might be really cool. But then I'm going to really regret not getting this.
Mm-hmm. And what would they do with Wonder Woman? Sand? Because remember, she was born from sand and created from sand. So
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, what do they do with Wonder Woman too?
Who knows? Like, I love that they tell a story with this character, and if you think about it, both pieces, the direction was it's telling a story, right? Like they have multiple characters, and I still can't get over how great that Transformer piece is. They did such a great job with that. Noah, is there one that you'd want to see them do next?
Man, I have no idea. They start with Transformers and then they go to Batman now. So do we know if they're going to do another DC piece right after this, or are they going to jump to another IP and with another project? I
would imagine that they would launch the next Decepticon statue that is it coincides with the Autobots, and I think they're gonna be working on that next.
Yeah.
And I look forward to seeing what they do because if it's nearly as good as that one, holy cow, man! Like, they are doing a great job. I have to give it up to them, man, because you can hear in their interview their passion for what they do. You can hear it, and they're a bunch of great guys, man. They really are. So I look forward to seeing what they do next with and I'm pretty positive that'll be the next statue they announce.
Well, I love being surprised, so I'm
Yeah.
excited for whatever they decide to announce. I have no clue what it'll be, and I don't know. What do you think, Marcos? Should they do a Berserk piece of
I was just about to say,
kid guts, and then regular guts?
I was
That'd be
just
kinda
about
cool.
to say, or they just gonna
Yeah.
go the route of just get every big IP and just do it like one after
Yeah.
another. I was thinking Berserk literally right before you said that. That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if they had a Berserk line, like that'd be cool to see what they do with that as well.
Mhm.
And maybe they do a crossover Batman and Berserk. Like Prime One's doing. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
No.
But yeah, man, I would hope to, like, I don't collect Transformers. I would like to see a DC piece first. So another one. So
Yeah.
or a new IP. Just see what they have in their license. So
Well, so far both pieces we've seen from them are like really creative, out of the box
Mhm.
thinking.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
so that's really I'm optimistic about what they're going to come out with because
Sure.
I'm sure it's going to stun everybody, kind of like this piece did. Like, where did this come from?
Right. And I did get the email to order this. I did. And I didn't, and I'm kind of regretting it now a little bit. But there's just so many right now. Like I have to pick my battles, man. I really do. So I mean, we've got a 5K Terminator bus showing up pretty soon here.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure that we're ready to go. And this is a great statue, just incredible. So if you ended up getting this, congratulations. I think it is literally probably the centerpiece to a Batman 1/4 collection. I think it's going to be awesome for you. Congratulations to Superkraft and their amazing art direction and vision. I really appreciate it, and I know that they're going to do great. This was shown at Singapore Comic-Con, and let me bring this up. Yep.
I didn't see too much on the Facebook pages about this event.
Yeah, I was looking for more.
Yeah, this is what I saw too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was looking for a little bit more. But this is Way Studios, and they did have some Transformer pieces. They look how big it is. It's big. It's big.
Wow, that's amazing.
Look at that base, Noah. Look at that base, man. That's like there's like an arm right here laying down, and it's super cool how they did this.
That green really pops on that. Yeah. That was a cool scene. Yeah, if this is from Revenge of the Fallen, the fighting in the wood scene, that's awesome, man. I love those trees.
So, I mean, I think this is going to sound strange, but I think that Optimus Prime needs some retouching on his legs. I think they're look a little too skinny, but that just could be the overall, the way the character is. I think it needs some adjustment there. Because look how big the other character is compared to him.
Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron. Yeah, I don't remember Megatron being that big, but maybe he was. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless it's just all shoulder. It could just be all shoulder.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, this doesn't. I mean, when I'm looking at this compared to the other character, it's like, man, I didn't know it was Megatron because he's like 100 times bigger than him. Like it just looks way bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So, but still, love the idea, love the concept. Alan, you getting this one? Mm-hmm.
I love it, but no.
Okay, yeah.
I like dioramas,
Man.
and this looks super detailed, really well painted. But no, again, thank goodness I don't do Transformers. I mean, I would need a new house. They're massive, and how many lines can you collect?
Yeah, no joke.
But they are awesome, and I really like them.
Yeah,
and that standalone Megatron is really cool.
It is.
Sentinel Prime on the base. Yeah,
Sentinel Prime. Yeah, that thing's huge, man. Like, go to Jimmy, the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking massive.
That's really good.
He's stepping on that.
Yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah, I like the red pieces of the bridge or whatever that is. That's cool.
Wow.
Dude, Way Studios is nuts, man. Their pieces are insane.
Yeah, they do robots well, man. Like the big old robots.
I've always wanted to buy one of their pieces. I wanted their Thunder Megazord looked awesome. That thing looked insanely huge.
That was big. And then their whole Pacific Rim line is amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love that piece, the Russian one where it has a little helicopters on the side. It's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And is it just me, or is like they're a little underrated. Way Studios. They don't get enough like recognition, and they do great work. They do great work.
Yeah, they're probably just more of a little more of a niche company, I think, just because of how big their pieces are.
Man, I'm thinking about it right now. I don't think I've ever seen
Expensive.
someone have a Wade Studios piece in hand, like on Facebook pages.
That's a good point.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I might have seen one, but I don't know.
But
That's what I'm saying. It's
I
crazy.
can't remember. Yeah.
You know what, Marcos? I think there's some truth to that.
I don't remember seeing it. Because all their concepts was dope, and I when things come in hand, people are like, oh shit, look, it's in hand.
Yeah.
I think I like we all know, like if someone had it in hand, we'll all say, oh my gosh, it's in hand finally. It looks amazing. I know they're kind of a newer company, right?
They are.
They are, but they have a pretty big portfolio already, though.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff they've shown. Yeah.
So their Pacific Rim, I think Casual's talking about that. The Pacific Rim line is pretty awesome too. But it's like when somebody has, well, look, this is just my opinion, but when people are purchasing next gen Transformers, what do they go after? Like Jetwing Prime, they go after some of these Prime 1 pieces that have already been established. They start there and they work their way in. And other companies, they really have to hit home runs for collectors that collect Gen 2 for them to pick some. I think these are great, though. I think these are awesome. But anybody I talk to about Gen 2 Transformers, oh yeah, Jetwing, or Shockwave, I'm getting that one. They always talk about those pieces first, and they kind of dwindle down the line. This is what they're going to be getting. Not to mention, think about how big those pieces are. I mean, those pieces are massive. They would take up half this wall over here. They're so big. I mean, 3 of those pieces will take, this whole area here. It's just, they're just so massive. So I know that you have to be selective on which ones you end up picking up, and I understand why, because they're so big and you do have a lot of options, which is great. Great pieces. I hope whoever's picking that up, please post it in Godlike. I would love to see it.
I found one. Wade Studios have the Green Ranger bust. I found one on Facebook.
Oh, that's right.
This was posted November 8th. So November 8th, at least relatively soon. But I just haven't seen much in hand, man. I think their pieces are awesome. I hope people are getting them at relatively good times, man. So great pieces.
I really would love to see more from them and see them this year.
They're definitely going to give Prime 1 a little competition.
For sure.
I hope so, because Prime 1's so dominant in their particular Gen 2 Transformers. Like, they're hard to beat, especially those darn bases. They take up so much darn room, but they're amazing. They look awesome.
That's kind of where Prime 1 started, was doing those bay formers.
Yeah, that got them going, and I think people just gravitated to that. So when I saw this from this week from Jazz Inc., I thought about Marcos, because Marcos kept talking about, well, they need to do this. They need to do a Vicky Vale. But there you go, Marcos. There you go. So
did I say that? The Vicky Vale? Oh shit, maybe I did. I don't know.
Yeah, this was a while back.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
It's Kim Basinger, right? That's her name, I think.
Yeah.
Basinger.
Right. Basinger. Yeah. She's they're working on this right now, a concept design. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But Jimmy, I definitely want to see more.
I think they're working on a penguin too.
Oh wow, yeah. That's going to be good. But this is like, the extra characters are the characters that people are asking for. Oh, okay. So Noah's out for a minute. His internet's going out. But people are wanting like the extra characters, and this is one that it definitely would be extra. Like
no one's ever done it, I don't think, on Vicky Vale.
No one's ever done it. No, and I think that would be good. Yeah, great piece, and I look forward to seeing what Jazz Inc. does, because I want to see more. I want to see more characters. I want to see the Clayface. I want to see Penguin. I want to see these other villains that, or heroes that they haven't done, just besides Batman and Joker.
Yeah, I think they're kind of focusing on pieces that are going to go well with the vehicles that they're producing. The 89 Batmobile for sure.
Yeah, and so when you're this is the same company that did that amazing Michelle Pfeiffer. Is that correct?
Yeah, Catwoman.
Yeah. So if they can get close to that, I think they're going to have another home run on their hands. So, yeah, I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing what they end up doing with
There's
this.
not too many characters you can do though in this line. There's really not that many.
No.
Like you can do the Christopher Walken, the Max, what's his name? Max Shriek, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you can do him, I guess, and then you can do Alfred. But other than that, there's not many. Oh shit, you can do Lando Calrissian. You know, he was in it. Jimmy, Billy D. Billy D. Was in it.
Billy D. Williams was in it. Yeah,
he was in it. He was a fucking Two-Face, or not Two-Face, but he was a Harvey Dent. That was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, not too many characters you can do. But it's out of all characters, I would not expect Vicky Vale. That's for sure.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, so, that was not what I was capable of doing. But if people, and I know it's 1/6 probably too. So yeah, that's awesome if people can get it and they want it. So
I gotta say that, I mean, Alan, some of you agree with this. If you're a 1/10 collector, this is your week. Like this is your week, man, because they must have announced 15 different 1/10 scale statues this week.
Iron Studios.
Yeah, they announced like 15 different ones. Yeah, they announced a 5-year plan. Here you go, 5 years.
Dude, they do that a lot, like a good bit. Like I know, like when they come out with stuff, they come out with like 10 to 20 things at once, and they just throw it out there. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But their 1/10 line stuff is always usually good. You know, it's a little bit expensive though for 1/10. I would say it's like close to $240 almost, like on pieces $220. And they have like super deluxe ones sometimes, especially with those Disney pieces that are like pretty expensive. They're up there in price sometimes. But they do good work. And then they come out with some random 1/3 and 1/4 that look amazing too. So their company just wears me out sometimes. Like they have so many licenses and then so many different scales out of nowhere. So
did you guys see that Batman? I think it was a quarter scale.
Yeah.
Where he's sitting on one side, he's sitting, and the other side, it's standing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have it on deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll actually be.
I should have known you had it on deck. Okay.
No, it's okay. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, but I do have it on deck. But I did want to talk about that piece because it wasn't what I expected. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. But when I investigated it more, I realized the cape is more like a statue versus it being like just like an accessory or something. So it was super cool. Yeah, well, I have it on deck. We'll talk about that one in just a minute. But I did see this. This was posted on Batman Statue Collector's page, but I just love this picture, man. Dinner posted this today, and I love the bat symbol, like it's reflecting off the wall, off the ceiling, I should say. Looks fantastic. Yeah, super cool idea, and congrats to him. That looks amazing. That looks awesome. Let me bring this up because there's a few more pieces here real quick. Let me show this here. Not that one, but this one. Yep. So here's what Alan was talking about. This is from Iron Studios, a 1/4 scale Batman on Throne. I love it. I do. I think that how cool is that, man? I love the bloody knuckles. I thought that was a great idea. But I do love the bat symbol right there. That was really cool.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah, sorry, my internet just completely crashed for like 5 minutes. So we're good.
Oh, glad. Oh, sorry, Noah. I'm glad you're back, Noah. But yeah. Okay, so a few things about this. I love how it doesn't take up a lot of space. I love that. I do love the art direction, and I think the cape idea and with the cowl is genius. I think they did a great job with that. If I get a Batman on Throne, it'll be tactical though. It wouldn't be this one, but I really like it a lot. Alan, what do you think about this, man? It was announced this week by
RCA. And it's not small either. It's like 31 inches tall.
Yeah, it's tall for sure, just not wide.
Yeah. I think it's very creative. I do like this. But again, if I was going to do a throne piece, it would be the tactical throne from Prime 1. But, if you don't have the room for that, here's a nice alternative. It doesn't have all the gadgets, but this is a really cool concept. I like this a lot.
Price-wise, too, probably is a lot cheaper.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love it. I think it was a great idea. Noah, did you like this one?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to think about this one at first. I do like how the Bruce Wayne looks, but initially for the price, I was like, that's kind of a lot, $1,000 for this. But but then once I thought about the tactical throne from Prime One, the regular version that's $1,000, not the one with all the screens, I was like, size wise, it's pretty similar. Quarter scale character, it's pretty good. But I really don't like the back of this. I kind of wish, I also from the front view, I don't like how it has the Batman cowl facing the opposite direction. I kind of wish that they would have just done just a regular Batman sculpt behind him, just showing his, maybe Bruce Wayne in like a more normal outfit, and then have Batman up behind him, just kind of towering above him, standing behind him. I kind of would have preferred something like that, I think, more than a kind of like a memorial looking piece like this. So yeah. So, but overall, I'm not really crazy about it. It's okay, but it definitely doesn't blow me away at all.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. What's hard, right, Noah? Because the Superkraft's Batman, and then
that's
Prime One's Tactical Throne Batman, and there's just so many options.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this is bad. I want to say it's great. The only problem is I have so many options, like so many.
Yeah.
So, Marcus,
I like the Del Auto. I like the Del Auto portrait more on the Prime One too. I think that one. Yeah. At least on the deluxe, the bigger one. Yeah.
Del Auto's awesome.
And the blue too. The blue, it looks better on that one.
I agree. Marcus, did you like this one?
Yeah, it's cool. I want to get it.
Okay.
It's $1,000. You said, Noah? I haven't really looked at the price. Okay,
Yep.
so $1,000. It's better price wise, I guess you could say, than obviously Prime One. It looks like it's gonna be 30 pounds, so it's not gonna be too heavy. It's another thing, I guess you want to say that. Not wide. The back part, I do like that they at least added like a bronze color to it. Around it. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The Tactical Throne's a blue Batman. This is a black Batman. We all know Prime One will do a black Batman in that little Tactical Throne. They always do. So it's not like But I guess you could say, like, if there's one thing that stands out other than that, when it's a black suit Batman, I do like that, like right above, like the Bruce Wayne right there. It's like the cape like becomes like a cave. That's pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
But just like what everybody said, like with Batman, like, at least they try to do something different. I'll give them that. But like you have to do something different with Batman as of now, because like it's such a saturated market, man. You can just pick whatever you want at this point, and you're gonna get a Batman that looks good somewhere. But like how Noah talked about with this piece, like it just didn't blow him away. That's how I feel about the Superkraft piece. It doesn't blow me away.
Okay.
Just same with this one too. It just doesn't blow me away, but it's at least I give them credit, both companies, that they're trying to do something different. At least with Batman, I'll give them credit on that. I don't know. It's nice, nice.
Nice, man. Awesome. You're excited.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, it's just tough right now with Batman statues. Like luckily, I feel like I got one of the best ones in Detective 1000. So, but there's so many, man. And
I feel like the more we complain about there being too many Batman statues, the more they make. It's just like, yeah.
Like the thing is, I love Batman. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. But like, oh my gosh, like how many can we get of this one character? It just, my gosh.
Yeah, I got caught up in it for a while too. I had probably had like 6 Batman statues or something. It's just like at a certain point, I look over and I'm just like, man, I need a little more variety. It's like, God, there's just so many of them.
No, they're all good usually too. You're like, fuck, man. I just like, and the thing is, it hurts sales. Like even a great piece, there's nothing to sell as well, because there's another piece that looks as good or better maybe. So it is tough, man. The Batman market.
It is. I agree with you. Well, great piece from Iron Studios, and look, maybe you can't afford, the Tactical Throne one at $2,000. Is this a great option? I think it is. I think it would look really cool. I like it. I do like it. I love the art direction. I love how they did this. I think Marcos is right. We have about 45 options. So you got.
We got a zombie Batman. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's one of those out there somewhere. I think I've seen that.
Yeah. There's just so many different options right now, and Marcos is right about that. So let me bring this up because this is straight from a collector that they posted today. I think this is over on Chris's page too. Yeah, this was posted today by collector Joel, and he got in 89 along with the Keaton. He's got them both together. I gotta say, both together look pretty nice. Look pretty good. But to be honest, after I saw, the unboxing, that portrait looks great. It looks pretty good.
You say lipstick on.
Yeah, does he really?
It looks like it, right? I know it's a bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit. But one thing I can honestly say about the '89 Batman is the portrait's done really well. But I'm glad they posted this. So let me post it right here. Now, look, if you got this piece in, congratulations, because it's awesome. I think it is. Here's where I think the piece struggles with a little bit is that the cowl and the cape. I don't really like how that looks right here, but there's just something about that cape that just really bothers me. And this is probably the reason why I'm going to go with a different piece. I may even wait to see what J&D does. Maybe we'll see what they do. But yeah, I mean, if you got this in, congrats. It's a great piece. This is just the part that kind of put me in a spot to where, you know what? I've got options, so I'm gonna exercise those just a bit and see what else comes out.
Yep.
I like those the Blitzway sculpts though, the head sculpts. They're really good.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Oh wow, look at
That
this.
looks so good. Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Yeah,
great.
that looks freaking good.
I'm in. Never mind. I'm in. No, I'm kidding. That looks so great, man. He did a great job with that.
That Batman base is killer. I love it.
It is. It's it reminds me of the factory where Joker fell into the acid. That's what it reminds me of.
Aside from those individual lights, I know that's kind of a irritating thing. Trying having batteries in each one instead of just plugging
ridiculous.
it in.
That is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
That is, we are in 2024 right now. Like, what are we doing here with that? Come on now.
And that could say a lot too. I love this base for Keaton. It looks awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
Like a mansion.
Shiny shoes.
I don't know, man. Like, that cape is very annoying though.
He's got a
very
battery.
annoying.
Yeah, well, the Robert Pattinson one Blitzway had kind of the same issue. It's kind of a thinner material, and and then mine's got the issue where like the chest, like the piece for the cape doesn't push in 100% of the way, and there's definitely ways they can improve it. I think.
No, I think you're right about the cape with Pattinson. Does it feel like it's cheap, or does it feel quality? I mean,
it doesn't feel cheap. It just feels thin. It looks really good. But it just, it's definitely very thin and lightweight. So, yeah.
And another issue with this one I keep seeing is like the cape in the movies, like super, like, it looks like it's ironed completely. It looks super clean and straight. Yeah. This one looks always wrinkly, and I get it. You got to package it, but like they should have figured out a way to get this not wrinkly with almost every piece I've seen. It has like a wrinkle effect. Like it just looks like it's been in, I don't know. It just doesn't look.
Yeah, I think mine's smoothed out eventually, but yeah, it just takes a little time. It's got to kind of sit for a while and hang. Gotcha. Yeah, because they have it all folded up in the box. So yeah,
I use a steamer on all mine.
You do?
Oh, really? That's okay. Yeah,
I do. Yeah,
it doesn't mess it up.
No.
Okay.
Just very careful.
Man,
I had to do it with the J&D Superman. That cape came folded up in a square like a napkin.
Oh, wow.
So when you undid it, you could see all the fold marks. There were squares all over the place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's horrible. I don't know why they do that. You wouldn't expect that with J&D, but they did. And that's, for me, a big no-no. But, it took me about a half an hour, and I steamed it out, and it looks beautiful. Nice. But you shouldn't have to do that on a almost $3,000 piece.
No, you should not. No, you should not. Alan, are you getting the J&D Superman?
Oh, the Christopher Reeves?
Yes.
Man, I really want it.
Oh, you're not getting that one.
I really want it. And I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Okay.
I keep thinking to myself that, in 6 months I'll be able to pick it up for $800 less. Because somebody will be selling it.
Yeah, you never know.
That would be great.
I'm tired of paying full-blown retail on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 months after I have it, I see it out for sale for like $700-800 less than what I paid for it.
Or you get free, Predator 2 skulls from Prime 1. Either way, yeah. I'm still waiting for that Santa shipping. I'm still waiting for that to start happening.
Ain't gonna happen. I think that's a one-time thing, man.
Yeah, well, you know
I think they learned their lesson. Like, damn, we kind of messed up.
So probably what'll happen if I don't get it right now, I'll probably try to pick it up some point in the future. I do like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was one you're going to be getting, but I understand your dilemma though, because these are very, very expensive statues. Like I mean, when I got to see one in person, I did, J&D, and I get it now. I understand why they're so expensive, and they are very amazing in person. They're very impressive, and just over the top amazing, I think. But you know, you got to really be in love with that character to pick it up because they're very expensive. I can definitely see them, doing a whole line of Matrix. I mean, buying the whole line. I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an expensive line, man. It'd be super expensive. So you have to pick your battles sometimes. I mean, you really do. How would you pair it? What would you pair Superman with? Like, do you have a spot for it, and where would it go?
I would probably put it in with some other J&D pieces that I'm getting in, which the Michelle Pfeiffer dual set.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And with the 89 Batman, it'll probably end up being the J&D version. I don't think I'm going to get the. I'm probably going to cancel the one I have on order right now. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. And I got to be in love with something to be spending over, $2,000 or whatever.
Man, amen to that, because every piece is like $1,500+, and
and then shipping.
Yeah, shipping on top of that, and I mean that's just, you got to really choose your battles, like you really, really do.
Yeah, and besides that, I'm in the same dilemma as you and Freddie. I have that Terminator bust on the horizon, so I have to be careful.
That is probably the most expensive piece I've ever bought, but I just couldn't say no to it, man. I have that vision of having the Terminator line together, and that shelf is going to be extremely expensive. It's going to have 2 Prime 1 pieces and that on it.
Yeah.
Like Freddie's like, man, you're nuts. I was like, man, I just wanted it though. So all that stuff's coming together. It really is.
I think my most expensive piece is going to be the Natiri from Infinity.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have to go back and look at the numbers, but I'm thinking that one's probably my most expensive.
Yeah, that's coming straight from Collector's Art too, and
yeah,
you'll probably be one of the first ones to pick that up, Alan. So you'll probably be the
first.
That
would be a first for me, because normally I'm the normally I'm the first one to PO and the last one to get it. Figure that.
That never happens, man.
I'm not saying any names, but that's what happens to me lately.
Man, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to get that pretty quick here, because talking to Randy, he's pretty quick.
Yeah, and I've got the bail bust coming from Randy as well.
Oh man, you had to bring that up, man.
Oh, sorry.
I still want that too. I really want that piece.
I thought you were getting it,
and I thought you already PO'd it.
Yeah, I would have to. Marcus wasn't here, but Marcus, I thought about putting the Hulkbuster and the Iron Monger on pedestals, and in the middle will be a new Maja case with RDJ in it, and some of the smaller Iron Man pieces with the 1/3. And then behind me, I would go back to the Bell bust and put it there and go with the idea I had still. I think I'm still going to do that because I still really like it, and it fits perfectly in there. And there's other pieces I can get, but I sold the Joker, so I have to reinvent.
You better get that bust. I mean, that's the only reason I got it is because you said you were getting it.
Okay,
and you didn't even PO it yet. Figure that out.
We're supposed to do it the same day. Hey, not all is lost. So, okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and still pick that one up. But yeah, I mean, great piece, and that's one that's not talked about too much these days. You know why? Because there's been a ton of other ones. But talking with John,
yeah,
that piece is on the line next. That piece is going to be done next.
Yeah.
So that's coming up pretty quick here. And the likeness on that piece is, I think, superior than the Infinity one. And that Infinity one is no joke. It's really good. So I think this is the better option. I really do. Well, I mean, we're right at an hour and 20-minute mark. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. I know we have a lot of people here still. Thank you for joining us. Look for some announcements this week and some new. I'll have some new videos out this week as well. I'll be posting them probably a Tuesday or Wednesday. And also, we will have some special guests coming on very soon. We're on the road to 4K. Thank you, everybody, for supporting us and joining us this past week with 72 plus subscribers. I promise to work hard and bring you the best content possible. I will see you in the chat, and I will see you on Godlike. Stay there. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Peace.